Today we're going to talk about two interesting words, may and might. Have you heard of them before?
Yes, I've heard them, but I always get confused about when to use each one.
That's quite common. Both may and might are used to talk about possibilities. However, they're not exactly the same. Let's start with may. You can use may when you think something is possible or likely. For example, if you look outside and see dark clouds, you might say it may rain.
Okay, so may is for things that are more likely to happen. What about might?
Good question. Might is also about possibility, but it's used when something is less certain. If you're not sure about going to a party, you might say, I might go to the party.
I see. So might is for things that are less certain. Is that all?
Mostly, but there's a bit more. May can also be used to ask for permission in a polite way. For instance, may I borrow your pen? It's more formal and polite than just saying, can I borrow your pen?
Got it. And can might be used for permission too?
Not really. Might isn't typically used for asking permission. It's mostly about the possibility. But remember, in the past tense, when talking about something that could have happened but didn't, we use might, like he might have forgotten your book at home.
That helps a lot. So, if I want to sound polite and formal when asking for something, I should use may. And if I'm not sure about something, like going to a party, I should use might.
Exactly. You've got it. Just remember, these rules aren't set in stone. Language can be flexible, and you might hear native speakers using may and might interchangeably in casual conversation. But for your writing and formal speech, these guidelines will help you sound more natural and correct.
Thanks. This makes a lot more sense now. I'll practice using may and might with these tips in mind.
Let's explore some engaging discussions that highlight common issues and applications of may and might.
Is may only for formal requests?
Mostly, yes. May I leave the room? Is formal. Informally, you'd likely say, can I leave the room?
Can might be used for past possibilities?
Yes, with have. Like, she might have forgotten the meeting.
What's a common mistake with may and might?
Mixing them with can or could, which relate to ability or capacity, not possibility.
How do I use might for something very unlikely?
Just state it directly. I might win the lottery implies it's possible, though unlikely.
Can may be used for wishes?
Yes, especially in formal or literary contexts. May you live a long and happy life.
Is may not the same as might not?
Similar, but may not often sounds more formal or definite.
How can might suggest a polite suggestion?
By softening the statement, you might want to reconsider your decision.
Can may express future possibility?
Absolutely. We may go to France next summer.
Is might for hypotheticals only?
Often, but not always. It's also for things that could realistically happen.
How do I make a polite request with may?
Use may at the start. May I borrow your book?
Can might imply something didn't happen?
Yes, with have. He might have succeeded if he tried.
Can may be about permission from someone?
Yes, like, you may begin your exam now.
How do I use might for a small chance?
Just state it. There might be a strike tomorrow.
Is it correct to use may with a negative?
Yes. You may not enter is a formal prohibition.
How do I express uncertainty with might?
Use it to show you're unsure. I might go to the party.
Can may be used in a question?
Yes, for formal inquiries. May I know your name?
How do I use might for an unlikely future event?
I might travel to Mars one day expresses a dream or unlikely future.
Can may be used for expressing hopes?
Yes, it's very common. May your journey be safe.
Is it okay to use might when giving advice?
Yes, it softens the advice. You might want to check that again.
How can I use may in a wish for someone else?
It's a kind expression. May you have a joyful birthday. Let's explore some examples that show how may and might can be used in conversation. This will help understand the slight differences in their usage, which often relate to the level of certainty or possibility they convey. May is often used to express a greater likelihood or permission, while might is used for a lower likelihood or more speculative situations. I may join the photography club.
That sounds fun. I might check it out too.
You may enjoy their weekend workshops.
I might have some free time on Saturdays.
They may teach us about landscape shots.
I might prefer portraits. Do they cover that?
They may, in advanced sessions.
I might start with basics then.
We may need our own cameras.
I might borrow my brother's DSLR.
They may also discuss editing software.
I might need help with that.
We may learn together.
I might bring a friend interested in photography.
The more, the merrier. We may all learn something new.
I might look up some photography tips online.
That may be useful for our next club meeting.
I might share them with the group.
We may get to exhibit our photos on campus.
That might be a great way to showcase our work. I may take a summer course in coding.
That's cool. I might join you.
It may help with our future projects.
I might need to brush up on my basics first.
The instructor may start from the fundamentals.
I might look into the syllabus then.
We may work on a project during the course.
I might have some ideas for that.
The course may also offer certification.
That might be useful for our resumes.
We may need to register soon. Spots fill up quickly.
I might do that tonight.
They may offer online sessions as well.
I might prefer that flexibility.
We may also gain access to coding resources.
That might come in handy for our studies.
I may ask if group discounts are available.
We might get our friends to join too.
The course may end with a Python.
That might be an exciting challenge.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Click on one of these videos to watch more.